scenarios, perverse scenarios of creation, and we have to say no more.
Yeah, enough's enough.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It is. Now, going on to the angel technology, how do you see the religious texts describe angels in in any context? I know you were talking about the translator and everything, but how does the Bible, for instance, how does it describe angels to the masses? What are they?
Yeah, when you look at the descriptions of like Noah, described as having eyes that light up and things that, straight away you think, well, that's not a person, is it? Anyone that reads the Bible, I've noticed, they know there's stuff there, but they can never figure out what the hell it's talking about. You get lost in it. I've seen people do it online. They're reading things and say, well, that doesn't make any sense to me. Others will pretend it does, and that's up to them. But you have to decode it and make sense of it. And the only way you're going to make sense of the holy books is realise this is technology he's trying to describe. And they probably didn't have the right words for it, what we've got access to today. Because they didn't exist in those days, perhaps the words they describe what they were looking at. What was the question, sorry? Keep sidetracking now.
That's fine. That's normally me that does that. How do the religious texts describe angels? So, where does this winged thing come from? Everyone, this winged man, woman.
I forget half what it said in the books, to be honest. Now, it was that long ago I looked at them. I haven't read the whole Bible. I've just looked for certain bits and pieces that assured me, yeah, you're on the right path. There's technology in this book. So I didn't need to look any further other than looking at for certain parts. So I can't tell you what's in the Bible. I haven't read it all. I'm just looking for the technology hiding in the Bible, and once I find it, I move to something else because I know it's there.
And knowing with APM eyes, they're creator gods as such, creators.
Yeah, you can compare them to what your ancestors would tell you about the gods of the underworld, because it's the same gods they're talking about.
Violent, recyclable, always fighting. That sort of thing, casting this one out. Yeah, chaotic.
It doesn't matter, you can take your own ancestors' information and look at it and compare it and know, yeah, they're talking about the same thing, just different names for it. And then you can look at someone else's and realise, well, theirs is the same, but it's just different names and different locations. So that angel's unique to that location. So you're going to get local angel myths and legends. And then you're going to get the national or international myths and legend ones, which are like the sun and moon travelling by. You've got to find the technology that's hiding in the texts. Not just the text, the glyphs, myths, legends, everywhere. There's technology hiding there.
Yeah.
So it's not it's not unique to just holy books. It's literally everywhere. It's on coinage, you name it. It's jewellery, coinage, all kinds of things cover it.
It is indeed. How do you imagine that the angels came into existence?
They had to be created by hand, which tells you this in your Bible. This world was built by hand. Well, come on, people, think about it. How would you build this world by hand? What is it actually constructing to create this world? What creates this world is the question. The angels do. So what are the angels? They're the technology that creates what we're calling nature.
And how did they come into existence? They
had to be built by hand.
And where did those materials come from?
Yeah, I know. Who had access to metals before the angels created these metals? Where did this technology? Yeah, it's like a chicken and the egg thing again, isn't it?
Yeah.
But, I've thought of that before. Yeah, what? Well, yeah, it's built by hand. So, but where did you get the technology to build it by hand? But don't forget, It might be a lot more simple than people realise, the first mechanisms of this, because if you look at the pyramid, you won't see much metalwork in the pyramid, but that is conductive.
Yes.
There's conductive stone,
Yes.
isn't there? But where did that come from? Was it conductive before the angels were built or after the angels were built?
Mm-hmm.
What was the, what are the angels resting on? Because everything above them's been created over the top of them since them days. That's why they became sealed, the seal of the 144,000 in the now underworld. It probably wasn't the underworld at some point in time. It's became the underworld, over time, because it's producing matter that's creating land mass and everything else.
Yes. Yes. What is the foundation? I mean, the mind boggles. Yeah.
How deep does it go? Don't know. I don't think anyone can answer that. The mainstream will tell you 8 miles, but no, that's the depth they wanted to get to. They stopped there because that's roughly where some of the quakes are coming from, which is this technology switching on. So at the Cola borehole, they drilled down to an angel room, pretty much.
Mm.
And they told the world that's as far as you can go, and no one's looking at it anymore. Well, I bet they are. I bet they're probing into that room now and seeing what's in there and reverse engineering it, painting it into their badge work and saying, we built this, look.
Yeah.
So easy to do, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's hidden in plain sight as well. That's the most sort of, in your face thing, isn't it? When you realise. But is all life made by the angel technology? All organic life?
Yes. Yes, it has to be.
Okay.
Do you want me to go deeper on that?
You go deeper if you need to. There.
This is going to be a shocker for people, especially people of religious beliefs. Now, in your holy book, it tells you, "Our Father who art in heaven." Now, remember, Mother Earth is Eve. So, who's father?
Skies.
Adam.
Yep. Father Skies.
So the Adams, and Adam had to exist that created us. We are creations of this technology, programmed by the Creator to create what we are calling ourselves as human beings. We are a product of this technology, literally a product of it. Again, go back to Mauro Biglino's interview with Sarah Westall, and in the second part of that interview, you can find it, you will find there's lots of experimentation and things being mentioned in holy books that the Vatican are not putting in holy books, but that Mauro Bellino translated. And it's telling him there was genetic modifications, all kinds going on. So, the Creator is programming and creating using technology. It makes sense because this is how strange it is. Everything in this world is being produced by technology, and now we're here producing technology. So it creates man. Technology creates man. Man creates technology. we go hand in hand, don't we?
We are processors and creators.
Yeah, we're co-creators. But going back to that important thing I said, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Well, look at that word, hallowed. Has it been extended a bit? Was it halo-wed be thy name? Because they locked in halo wedding. It's the wedding of these two halos, your Adam and Eve. It's back to that creation world again, isn't it? The creation process, Adam and Eve. Yes. Your two halos, two counter-rotating flows, creating electromagnetism. This even goes down into your marriage vows, your two wedding rings on your fingers. That represents these two halos.
The halos, yeah.
That's how special your wedding vows are. They represent Adam and Eve's halos. This technology's creation, these halos, is what rings represent. So that's what I meant when it's even in jewellery. So that decodes now your wedding bands. That's the coming together of an Adam and Eve, isn't it? Your wedding. They're now wedlock, and now they're going to go and co-create by having children.
They are indeed.
So, it's like poetry in motion, isn't it?
Isn't it? I just sit here smiling when I listen to you. So yeah, you can just go on and on forever.
So the creator has used technology to help create us people. If you're not understanding this, this is how we've come into creation by using technology and other methods unknown to us, but known to the creator. All these life forms in this world have been brought into this world using technology and the mastermind programming of the creator.
And we're no exception.
Oh no, we're no exception. Everything's come into this world by that kind of design, and it's hard to call it, give it a right word, because you can literally appear into existence from nowhere.
Manifest.
And not only that, when you appear, or when I covered this in an old video where they were experimenting and they were getting insects to appear. It's no different to that. It's an extension of that. It's an extension of that process. And when they appear, they're not just just this thing that lives. They actually got instinct. They know what to do. So they never existed. All of a sudden, they exist and they know what to do.
And there's a survival blueprint already intelligible within that manifestation.
Now, if you look at Walter Russell's chart for the elements,
yeah,
the elemental chart, now we need a chart for every species, similar to Walter Russell's, to show you how it came into existence, don't we?
Yes.
Should we have such a thing? Should we even discuss such a thing? Should I have told the world such a thing? I don't know.
That's up to you, because you're editing this how you see fit.
Yes. But, that needs to go out there as well. It's going to piss a lot of people off, but I can edit that bit out. But, I think I'll leave that in, because it's going to come to that question at some point in time. How were we created?
Yeah, I mean, some people are going to say, oh, but, haven't we just been placed here? And I
from where?
get that.
From where did we come? You've got
there
to
you go. Who handpicked us and put us? Yeah.
You've got to go back right to, well, how did we come into existence, haven't you? You've got to go back to that question now. When did we come into existence, and how did we come into existence?
Yes. By whose hand?
Yes. So we've answered that now, haven't we? This answers that question. Question people hasn't even thought of before, I would imagine. I've never thought about it before.
Wow.
How did we come into being? Well, I think there's plenty of evidence for that now, isn't there?
Are all the angels programmed to work as one mechanism?
No, they do different roles.
Yeah.
You'll notice that with your local angels. You'll notice your local angel, it just churns along doing what it does every week, and all of a sudden it'll do something crazy with the weather. And it's normally because there's something passing, like the moon or something, something passing nearby, and it's now got involved in supporting role of that luminary, and it'll change what it's doing.
It's got a little bit more servitude to
it has to work a bit harder, perhaps, to get the energies up for the technology to use. Because remember, they're sending the positive negatives up and down into the ether, churning the ether up into alternating current, and this technology utilises it.
Yeah, I have. My local angel here. I'm sitting right on top of this smaller angel, I think, but on the heavily sprayed days, for instance, which we've spoken about, I am convinced that I see harder work going on, with the winds, etc. Almost like it's trying to clear the chems, but that's...
Yeah, it's just the chems are just in the way, and it'll blast them out of the way while it's doing its process. It's got its programming to do. So it is an automated system. We've had that question before. Is the people or life forms down below like running it? Well, no, because when you bring a life form into it, that's got a lifespan. So you'd have to rule that out.
Yes, so something organic like that.
It has to be an automated process that's all connected together, and it's got such programming. It's probably mind-boggling to look at. But that's what they're all doing.
There's lots of questions.